Live from CCOC, it's Joel Maurer with Current Tech News. Okay, this one's going to be a fun one, not the bat. Posted on March 31st, 2014 at roughly 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Google's April Fool's prank puts Pokemon in the real world. The search for the latest addition into its Maps smartphone app includes 150 catchable Pokemon, part of a hoax that can only hope foreshadows augmented reality used down the line. No, I know something that my voice ends to pause at certain points, like when I talk and it's like, mid-sentence. Oh. Yeah, this image actually looks pretty interesting. And this is in Google Maps from this. I'm just so tempted just to test this thing. An augmented reality Pokemon game utilizing Google Maps sounds too good to be true. Unfortunately, on the eve of April Fool's Day, Google is pulling a fast one on die-hard Pokemon fanatics, albeit in the best way possible. Basically, in other words, April Fools! Oh god, I sound like a complete idiot. But you gotta admit, this is actually... There's no words. When I first read the highlight, I'm like, this has got to be here. This has got to be here. There's no other way. It has to be on YouTube. In a slick, well-produced YouTube video featuring some unprecedented augmented reality software, Google launched a fake competition wherein one person who seeks out every Pokemon hidden in the real world located can join Google in the role of the Pokemon Master. Oh, this is just too funny. I'm speechless. We just started and I'm already speechless with this silly thing. Oh, this just gets crazy. Google is known to pull a prank or two in the recent years, more or like a dozen, every April since 2000, with the effort of getting seamlessly more involved and epic in scope each year. In 2013 alone, Google announced YouTube was shutting down for 10 years to pick a winning video, debuting a treasure hunt mode for Google Maps, announcing a beta launch of a smell searching product called Google Knows, and he released a fake Gmail update that said to make the product better by making it the color blue. Okay. And this is just in 2013. YouTube was shutting down for 10 years to pick a winning video from it, a debut of a treasure hunt mode for Google Maps, a beta launch for a smell searching product called Google Knows, and released a fake Gmail update to make everything blue. I thought DeviantArt was crazy with its freaking April Fool's pranks. This makes I just can't say it. This makes So I heard you like Mudkip's one and Team Jacob and Edward and Gaga icon swapage things laughable. So the Google Maps Pokemon Challenge is but one of what will likely be a large number of hoaxes to continue rolling out today and tomorrow. The video showcases some extreme scenarios and illogical feats, like rock climbing with your Nexus 5 to seek out a hidden creature in a cave, and attempting to catch a rare Pokemon mid-parachute descent as it whizzes by. Jeez. If people are this extreme trying to catch Pokemon using Google Maps, oh boy, you're on your own adventure. Google's not paying a dime for this. Yeah, it's funny. When I see this, I'm like, oh Boy, this is just gonna be crazy if it actually was real. While the chance to join Google with an absurd title like Pokemon Master has eluded us for now, the April Fool's hoax didn't stop the company from giving smartphone users a neat little game to play around with in the meantime. Starting Monday, Google has flooded its iOS and Android Maps app with Pokemon, placing 150 of the creatures in real-world locations that can be tapped on to catch and fill one's Pokédex. While not the original 150 from the game's initial installment, Red and Blue, the collection of Pokemon seemingly spans the entire globe. Naturally, I thought to jump. Oh wait, this is from the guy that wrote this, or girl, or whoever, from Nick Stott. Well, Nick Stott decided to swing by to Tokyo, Japan, and was happy to scroll over a series of flagship Pokemon. Oddly enough, the first one he spots is none other than, well, basically the mascot of the entire Pokemon franchise, Pikachu. Google gave its fake campaign at 2 p.m. Pacific time at April 2nd. The deadline gave its fake contest the deadline of April 2nd at 2 p.m. for anyone interested in catching them all. While there's sure to be some type of reward involved, don't hold your breath for a chance of it being a job at a search giant. My thoughts on this. For one, if this was true, how did they get Nintendo's permission on this one? Two, if you have to do the craziest things like skydiving, even off a plane to probably spot Hydreigon or Salamence, that'd just be crazy. Peeking in a cave to see like a sleeping Onyx or Steelix over here. Heck, it'd be even more crazy. You go underwater and see a freaking whale lord swimming by you. All I can say is this is just crazy. You probably might get yourself a freaking reward. If I were to hazard a guess, maybe a giant cookie in your mail. That's all I can say. But all in all, this has got to be an interesting one because this could foreshadow augmented reality really well if used correctly. If used correctly, that's 3 times I said that, we might see ourselves the beginning of something interesting. Maybe like some sort of... It's kind of like the termite video that I posted last week. Kind of like maybe some way to make some artificial intelligence that thinks for itself. Soon we're going to have something like, I don't know, Cortana from Halo. Or Nicole from the Sonic series. At least that's from my catalog of games and comics that I've played or read. There's only one question that's kind of on my mind right now. Who was crazy enough to actually look for all 150 Pokemon that they placed all across the real world in roughly 3 days? I don't know, to be honest. I really don't. I just hope he doesn't get disappointed at the prize. Well, anyway, this is Joel Maurer signing off from Current Tech News. Tune in next week for other random stuff. Could be video games, could be advancements in technology for space travel. Who knows what I can dig up. Well, till then. Bye-bye. Oh, whoops. Wrong button.